Bitcoin is finally breaking out of its 275 days range, and this could really be the start of a massive bull run. Let's take a closer look at the charts. What's up everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Jonatan Randin, but most of you probably know me as Libs42. I am a professional crypto and forex trader, and I'm also the co-founder of the trading community called RLZ Trading, where we help you simplify your path to trading greatness. Today's an exciting video because we are going to discuss Bitcoin's most recent weekly breakout and its potential targets. For over 275 days, Bitcoin has been stuck inside this range, and it's been very frustrating for a lot of traders. Trust me, I know, I definitely feel the same, and that's also why I'm very happy to see Bitcoin breaking above that $25,000 level and closing, well, almost in about 5.5 hours we're going to close that weekly candle above the range. And this could potentially be the start of something big. But if you're not in Bitcoin right now, there's no reason to FOMO because we have some really clear resistance levels right where we are trading right now. So let's jump into the chart and we're going to see if we can make a plan for when to enter or when to fill up on our position if you're already in Bitcoin. Before we continue, I have some exciting news for our trading community as well. We are organizing an upcoming trading competition with a prize pool of over 3,000 USD. The registration for the competition starts tomorrow, and all the information you need will be available in the newsletter. So make sure you are subscribed. You can find all the links in the description below. So let's take a look at the actual chart right here. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been watching these levels very carefully, with the range low being around between 16K and 17.5, and the range EQ around the 20K area, and the range highs, which is that very important level that we just broke above, that is the 25K region. What I love about this breakout here is if you go to the 4-hour, you'll see that you actually have somewhat of a, well, I wouldn't really say a break and retest. Well, it is kind of break and retest, but it's not really a clean break and retest. But what I like is the, if you look at the bottom right here, right before that breakout, I really like how we had that fake out, and that fake out is so obvious on the daily right here with that wick. And then on the 4-hour, you see that you have that rounded structure right before that breakout. This same type of structure that we're seeing right now, and we're seeing kind of like a kind of this trend right here. Now, we are actually hitting a very important resistance area. If we zoom out back to the daily, you'll see that we have the 29K area right here. And it's not exactly 21K. I mean 29K. You always have to add a horizontal zone around the level because there's always going to be a buffer zone around that horizontal level. So let's put the rectangle tool on here, and we're going to use the that wick right there and to the 29K area. And you can see that this is a pretty solid resistance area right here, and we are hitting that right at this very moment. So what I'm expecting here, and we could also put on some fibs here. So what I'm expecting is a move back down to the breakout area. Now, that's almost always going to be something I'm expecting. You know, when you have a trend, you have a breakout, and usually price comes back down to test that breakout area, unless Bitcoin just breaks out and goes parabolic like we've seen so many times before, like when we broke into the all-time highs, when we broke above that 20K region right here. It never came down and it never retested that level. It just continued straight up, and we had that parabolic move. I don't think that's going to happen now because of the macroeconomic situation that we're seeing right now. I'm obviously not going to go into detail on that in this video, but I am going to go live on Prime XBT Academy's channel on Wednesday, so definitely keep your eyes on that. I'm going to be posting all the links on Twitter as well, so make sure you're following me on Twitter. Let's put some fibs on here. So from that low to the very high right here, and let's anticipate the price is going to get rejected at the mid zone of this horizontal area. Now watch where the 50% is of that potential move. The 50% is right on the previous range high. Now that is some great confidence right there. So we have that range, previous range high, and that 50% level. So there is, in my opinion, there's definitely a high probability the price is going to come down and test that range high area. And this would be a beautiful buying opportunity if this trend and if Bitcoin really is bullish. But what if Bitcoin doesn't get rejected here at 29K? Well, if it actually flips 29K region to support, I'm thinking 35K would be a solid target for that next leg up. And as you can see right here, I have this, you know, this FOMO area, this text right here saying FOMO area. And I do really believe that a lot of people are going to FOMO in here, or have already FOMOed in, or are feeling left behind of this move right here. But I do think that this resistance area right here will give the patient players time to accumulate a little bit lower and join this trend if it really is a true breakout. Now, if that doesn't happen and we reclaim this level right here, we are probably going to come up and test the 35K region right here, and that's probably also where we're going to see a rejection. Because if you look at the weekly chart right here, the 29K isn't really a strong level on the weekly chart, but the 35K area up here is very strong on the weekly. Now that's a very big area, but I think that this is the area where Bitcoin will run into resistance. And if we can break out of that zone, given the current macro situation, what's really going on around the world in terms of financials, if Bitcoin can manage to break above 35K, I mean, at that point, sky's the limit. But right now we have two insanely strong resistance area, which is the first one, the one we're hitting right now, which is 29K, and then above we have 35K. Also, look at this. The weekly 50 EMA is in perfect confluence with that previous range high. Just adds more confidence to the idea that we might get a retest of that level. This would be the perfect opportunity to enter. If we reclaim this level, you might want to look at the possible opportunity of getting in on a long position that might look something like this, right? For a move up to that 35K area. And if we're going to anticipate a move right here, we can use the fib. So from that low to, let's say, this high, the midpoint between these two levels, that would fit perfectly with the fibs. And this is the trade that I'm looking for if we can reclaim the 29K region. If we can't reclaim the 29K region, I'm looking for a potential long down at range highs. All right, that's it for today's video. And please remember that if you're not in Bitcoin right now, do not feel left behind. Do not enter on FOMO, because if you're entering right now when I'm releasing this video, chances are that you're actually entering on resistance. You're buying Bitcoin at resistance. A very bad idea. We also have a very complicated macroeconomic situation going on right now. So this is a very complicated situation for everyone. If you're not in Bitcoin right now, do not FOMO. You will have an opportunity to enter. And if you don't really have a plan on when to enter and when to exit and all that stuff, this is your time to make a plan. You really need to have a trading plan. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you like these short videos and updates on Bitcoin and other markets, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more trading tips and tricks. And also sign up for a newsletter. I've got a lot of stuff going on with the newsletter and a lot of exclusive content only for the newsletter subscribers. All right, guys, see you everyone in the next video.